Persons, photographs, and persons depicted on Fugitive Watch are presumed to be innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Haha, you thought we forgot about you guys. It's Wednesday. It's late. We decided to come on and stream, talk about some stuff going on. Scott, a lot happening on the, Instagram page?
Yeah, a lot going on there.
What happened there? You kind of blew up, huh? And also YouTube short blew up too.
Yeah, we struck a couple nerves that got some people's attention. Worth going to check out. It's right in line with it's all about child molesting and kind of goes with the theme.
Oh God, that just got us banned on YouTube. Don't say that word. Okay. So
how about
check out us YouTube. This is fugitive.com. We're all retired police officers, so our opinions, this is all about just our opinions of what's going on at fugitive.com and videos. We're going to kind of give you our thoughts as we look at some of these videos and stuff. And we got phones going off in the background, all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it was your ice cream man.
Yeah, no, it's that one. I'm Mark Hinch. I'm a private investigator. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Stolen 911. Okay, that's what I want you guys to watch. Check out the stuff. All right, let's go into our first video. Man accused of posing as ICE officer in viral video. This is interesting. This day and time.
Hard to believe.
An immigrations and customs enforcement officer.
John Johnson was supposed to go back to court tomorrow for an initial appearance on a slew of charges, but News 4 has learned he will not be in court. Our Emily Deanne has been following the case from the beginning and has the latest updates for us tonight. Emily?
I haven't seen these videos yet.
The video comes amid a crackdown on illegal immigration as part of the Trump administration's new orders. The Charleston Hispanic Association says this incident and actions like this spread unnecessary fear in the community.
You from Mexico? You're going back.
It was the video that went viral, getting national attention. Sean Michael Emmerich Johnson, the man you see here, was arrested.
Now I feel bad at getting mad at my ice cream guy.
By Sullivan's Island police for allegedly impersonating an immigrations and customs enforcement officer and then taking the keys of the men he was harassing. Johnson has been out on bond since the incident in February. The video gained.
Now that guy gets a lot of ladies, gentlemen. Look at him.
Yeah.
My God.
Not the right kind.
What a
howdy.
I don't think he's left his. I don't think he left his parents' basement for a while.
Oh my God.
Pale.
Wow. How'd you like to be politically affiliated to that guy?
National attention. Many expressed their concern about Johnson's intentions, including the Charleston Hispanic Association, who say there is no room for this kind of behavior in the Charleston community.
Don't do it for any type of racism against any community. It just doesn't make any sense. We should all try to live in harmony here in Charleston. It's a great city, great people. That was a very unfortunate event. I don't know what would have triggered it.
Johnson is charged with felony kidnapping, impersonating a law enforcement officer, larceny, and third-degree assault and battery. In bond court, Johnson's family said he had mental health struggles. Grace says members of the Hispanic community should not let the actions of one person determine how they live their life. He encourages.
And politics can inflame a lot of this. Could invoke the right word. Maybe empower someone with these type of thoughts to go ahead and act them out.
Embolden them, Mark.
Embolden them to act out their wacky thoughts. So if we normalize it in any way, then this can happen.
Everyone to know their rights and be cautious.
Don't find a reason to go to jail, because now Charleston County is working in that program and they will turn you over to ICE. So don't do anything like drink and drive or just live your life normally. You'll be fine.
Grace also applauded the quote Good Samaritan in the video, who can be seen pushing Johnson out of the way and returning the keys to the Hispanic men.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so that guy's statement was, instead of addressing the situation, he's like, "Yeah, just don't do anything wrong. Don't
I think he's
drive." Or
I think what he's talking about, at a minimum, the county is probably having ICE go into the jails, and like we used to do back in the police used to do. You go in the jails and ICE go pick up people, right? So I think at a minimum, which is probably the minimum they should be allowed to do. But I think he's just saying, these are times where if your immigration status is questionable, you need to be careful because they're going to look for any excuse. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. Right?
I got the impression the gentleman was trying to say that this was an isolated incident, and he was trying to allay the fears of the immigrant community that just live your life as normal. This is an isolated incident, and don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid.
Don't be like Nice Dreams and sell drugs out of your ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Remember that movie, Steve? Exactly. Steve, weren't you an extra in that movie?
Yeah.
You were one of the cops, weren't you? Or Stacy Keach's cops or something like that? Or is that Up in Smoke?
For our viewers, if you go to our website, fugitive.com, you can see the uncensored full video, cell phone video of the encounter that the two gentlemen had with this guy.
Okay. All right. Well,
there was a lot of that. There is a lot of that going on right now, and I mean, we've seen countless numbers of these videos popping up, and now it's got people afraid to even pull over, even if they don't know if it's legit, especially if they think, and it's not even if their status is in question. They're thinking if they look a certain way, then their status could be in question. I don't know if I want to pull over. I don't want to deal with this. And again, it just comes back to like us, the three of us, between the three of us, I'm sure we made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of car stops. And I don't think I ever hid my identity or, well, I mean, unless Mark was undercover. So Mark,
Scott, I'll tell you what, man, with the name like Castrita, you better watch out, buddy.
Oh, I know. All right.
No, but it's a real, joking aside, it's a real issue. I'm sorry, but if masked gunmen come to my house and they're wearing ski masks and no police identification and unmarked cars, how do I know that they are police? I called 911 and the dispatcher says, well, we don't show any units out at your house. We'll send officers out there, but you're on your own till the police get there. So what do? Are they home invaders? Are they, what's going on?
I'm having some weird delay.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll got to keep moving on. So this is drones. They're using drones to check out Carbergs in San Francisco.
Studio with those details, Amber. Claudine, we were invited inside the real-time investigation center to look at a large retail theft bust police made last Friday. They used drones and other technology to catch the thieves within minutes.
Union Square units, those three suspects that robbed Burberry.
On Friday before noon, surveillance cameras show one suspect running with luxury designer goods, apparently stolen from the Burberry store at Union Square. Footage that investigators at San Francisco Police's real-time investigation center were able to retrieve quickly after the theft was called into dispatch.
Can you give a suspect description one more time?
We're able to take that image and we're able to then disseminate that image to the patrol officers that are working out in the field.
A drone was immediately launched from a stationary site to track two of the three suspects. Police say one was a 42-year-old woman, the other was a juvenile male. Though the suspects appeared to have changed clothing at some point, the drone still located them.
That's awesome.
Even though the male appears to have changed, we were able to determine that it was the same person.
Oh, I love it.
Within minutes of the theft, police arrested the suspects.
Yeah. So there's another one.
And recovered most of the stolen goods. Police say the swiftness of the arrest after the crime is critical to prosecution.
In this case, when you're able to solve something within the first 5 minutes, recover all the property, your case is that much stronger.
Police say the use of technology has assisted in 500 felony arrests last year. And just in the past week, it has helped in 32 felony arrests.
I think it's working and doing exactly what we want it to do.
Lauren Ellis owns CK Contemporary, an art gallery at Union Square. She supports the use of technology to prevent and solve crime.
We are a city known for innovation. We're a city known for technology. Our police department should have the cutting edge tools that it needs. We've seen people feeling safe in a very vibrant neighborhood within the last 6 months or so. I feel like that has felt even more pronounced.
Police claim there is no invasion of privacy. No one is monitoring a live feed from the cameras. Video is retrieved as needed for an investigation.
People that were getting the most privacy were the criminals that were coming in and being able to commit a lot of crimes here without being caught.
Police say the thieves stole handbags that added up to more than $15,000 and that the case has been turned over to the district attorney's office.
Wow, that's pretty cool, Scott. And then Gilroy uses drones a lot now too, right?
Yeah, in fact, my son-in-law, he went through a bunch of training. He's a drone pilot now, and they use them for all kinds of stuff. They use them for like special events. They have them hovering up there and
street takeovers. Street takeovers
yeah,
now a big thing too. Identifying vehicles and stuff. Yeah,
I guess the DA at one point, I think this is still true. They started saying, okay, we will file and let you go take their cars. So they're using the drones and they're getting their pictures and their videos, and then they're going doing follow-up and going and taking away these guys' cars and towing them, and the DA's signing off on that.
Nice.
This is really great, use of technology. But just for information, Mexico City, the UK, the London police, police in Latin America have been using this type of not drones, but before drones, they've been using the stationary cameras and doing the exact same thing that you see SFPD doing right now. I've seen a lot of videos where a robbery or carjacking goes down, for example, in Mexico City. And with this, they have so many stationary cameras all over that city that they'll just track the vehicle down and just call the cavalry in, the troopers, and to come make the car stop and make the arrest.
And London is the same way. Even in the early 90s, you couldn't get across London without your license plate or your car being videotaped dozens, if not hundreds of times.
Yeah, they say there's almost no place you cannot be seen by a police camera in London.
Yeah. Some people don't like that. I've never really had an issue with it.
I haven't had
again, as long as the officers using the tools aren't using it for their own nefarious ways. And we know that it's got to be regulated because we know there's creepy dudes out there in law enforcement that will use the system for their own benefit or something like that. So you got to be careful. They got to have some checks and balances. But generally, I like the system. I like the new flock cameras.
That's what
the
you have
cities have and
supervisors
stuff.
for.
Huh?
That's what you have supervisors for.
Yeah, but hopefully they're good ones.
Yeah.
But so Mark, would you agree though that a lot of the drone technology has grown so much in recent years, and I've heard them attribute that to because of the war, the Ukraine war.
Oh yeah.
That these drone companies really started stepping up their research and the things that they can do with these, and the technology has just gotten crazy with these drones, what they can do with them now.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to find a lot of very skilled drone operators coming out of Ukraine if this war hopefully ends soon, and just the ability to deliver an item. They're dropping grenades down tanks. If you go to the Google campus now over in Mountain View, you'll see large wing drones flying over the campus, and they are actually publicly testing their drone delivery system. So a drone will fly over the campus and then drop down items on a cable and deliver it to someone on the campus.
Oh, in our lifetime, there'll be drone taxis. Well,
that's already coming.
Without a doubt.
I think
a couple of years ago we posted
I think Scott and Steve, just like you guys did Uber back in the day, I think you guys will be drone taxi drivers here for Uber pretty soon.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Steve, do you remember the story we did a few years ago on here where they're using the drones for medical purposes, where they were actually delivering the defibrillators, and they had people you just take the drone and you walk over to the person and they walk you through how to use it to try to say, and it could save people's lives, because they could get that before they can get an ambulance or something. they can fly that drone right in there and help people with
Oh,
heart attacks.
I saw the lifeguard service in, I think it was either the Dominican Republic or Mexico. The lifeguard service were using drones to take a life preserver out to somebody who was in distress in the ocean, in the water, and the drone could get there a lot faster than the lifeguard could get there, and drop a life preserver right to them.
There you go.
We should have that here.
Yeah, it's all coming. It's all coming. Hey, let's move on. This is a very sad one. This is sad to see the other day, but there may be some causes for it. And let me get the video up here. This was brutal when this happened the other day.
Oh yeah, this is sad.
On Friday during an explosion at a training facility, the deputies who were killed are being remembered for their decades of service. KTLA's Eric Spillman live in East LA with more. Eric, good morning.
Well, good morning, Frank. We're getting some new information about what may have led up to the explosion that killed those 3 sheriff's deputies. It comes from a source connected to the Sheriff's Homicide Bureau. It is unconfirmed. We've not been able to confirm it. However, here is what the source is saying. On Thursday of last week, members of the Sheriff's Arson Explosives Detail were called to an apartment building in Santa Monica to dispose of 2 military grenades that were found there. Apparently, they had been kept there by a former member of the U.S. military who stole them during their training. Now, according to the source, the deputies recovered the grenades, X-rayed them on the scene, and believed that they were inert. They then loaded them onto their truck and drove them back here to East LA, where their unit is headquartered. Now, our source says the following morning, here in East LA at the Biscayne Center, the deputies in the Arson Explosives Unit, believing that the grenades were inert, in other words, that they would not explode because the items had already been X-rayed. Excuse me while that fire truck goes by. They believed that they would not explode
Not
because
my
they'd
ice
already
cream,
been
man.
X-rayed. Our source says these deputies decided to cut one of the grenades in half as a training exercise in order to examine and show what was inside of it. That is when the device exploded, killing the 3 deputies. So according to the source, it was a tragic mistake or accident that caused those 3 men to lose their lives. Again, this is coming from a source within the Sheriff's Department. I spoke to Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau just moments ago. They're not able to confirm the source's information. They say the explosion is still under investigation. They are not able to comment. Now, the deputies who were killed had a combined 74 years of experience in the Sheriff's Department.
Wow.
Joshua Kelly Eklund became a deputy in 2006. He leaves behind a wife and 7 children. Detective Victor Lemus joined the Sheriff's Department in 2003. He was married and a father of 3 daughters. Detective William Osborne was a longtime arson investigator who has worked for the department since 1992. He leaves behind a wife and 6 children. We've been asking about whether there will be a public memorial for these 3 deputies. Plans for that have not yet been announced, but if they do have such a thing, such a ceremony, a public ceremony, and I believe they will, they're going to need a very large venue because a lot of people have been very much saddened by what happened, and they would want to attend such an event.
Wow. You're not. Can't hear you, Mark.
So this is going to be a training issue for a long time in all the police academies and stuff out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I read some of the comments and people were, sometimes, people say some pretty insensitive stuff, but it's like these guys, it sounds like they had the pedigree. They knew what they were doing. They just, what, people make mistakes and something definitely went wrong. And, and I know that in my career, I was involved in the recovery of 2 times grenades, and people found them in their family's closets. And they assured us one time, oh, that's just a training grenade. It's not real. It's just, I'm going, yeah, how do you know? It looked pretty real to me. And another time, I wasn't there, but somebody came into the info center with a grenade, and so they wanted to bring it in. They wanted to turn it in because they found it in their loved one's closet, and I walked into the police department with a grenade. So it does happen.
Yeah, two of our officers shot a man who had well, they didn't know if it was real or not, but he had a grenade in his hand, and he was threatening the officer with a grenade. They wound up shooting him. And
I was there when you guys shot one with a beanbag gun on the freeway.
Oh, is that right?
Or right off the freeway. Yeah, I was there. You guys shot him with a beanbag gun. He dropped.
Yeah, but my question is, according to this news reporter, the owner of the grenade allegedly stole it from the military, and so that raises the question in my mind: is he going to be prosecuted for stealing the grenade, and is he subject to the felony murder rule for the death of the 3 deputies?
Good call.
As a result of that, if we could get it would be nice to get an opinion from a district attorney somewhere who could help us with that.
All right, let's move on. Got a mother speaks out about a viral Orlando police arrest.
These actions caught on video are now under investigation by Orlando Police Department's Internal Affairs Unit. Tonight, the mother of the 22-year-old seen in this viral video is pushing for answers.
She wants to know why the officer threatened to shoot him. West 2's Christina Watkins spoke to her
about
the arrest. Christina.
Michelle and Stuart, we were the first to talk to 22-year-old Zion Skeppel's mom about her son's arrest, seen right here in this video. Court records show he's never gotten in trouble with the law ever before. Tonight, she's calling for answers and wants to know why the officer felt like he needed to threaten to shoot him.
Stop! Get down! I'm gonna shoot you! I thought my child was about to be innocently killed.
This Orlando mother says she doesn't feel safe or valued after watching Officer Thomas Peterson point a gun at her 22-year-old son right outside of their front door.
Get down the gun! I'm gonna shoot you! Roll on your stomach! Roll on your stomach! I'm gonna shoot you!
Orlando police said on July 4th, someone called 911 around 6:40 that evening about a man waving a gun around people. When the officer got to the apartments on Crossroads Court, they said Zion Skeppel matched the description from a witness, and they saw him walking away looking back at the police SUV. His mom tells West 2 her son didn't think anything was wrong, so he kept heading home.
He's a yes ma'am, yes sir type of son, very moral, very ethical, very thoughtful, and he's just not a troubled child.
Body camera video shows when that officer told him to stop, Skeppel kept going with his hands up. The officer then tased him twice, causing him to fall and cut his chin. Officer said once he got up, he kept making his way toward his home, which was feet away in front of him. The police report states he appeared to reach for something the officer couldn't see, and that's when this happened.
Roll on your stomach! Roll on my stomach, sir. Keep your hands out or I'm gonna shoot you. Put your hands behind your back. He had a taser and a gun at the same time, and I don't understand what was the use for that gun with my child. Hands was up at the same time, following every command and not giving him any rejection to the commands that he were given.
What about all the previous
Officers did
running
find-
away from him?
Keep listening. Keep listening to the end. What she says at the end.
Okay.
The gun on Skeppel, but they did not arrest him for having it. He is now out of jail on bond, charged with possession of marijuana and resisting an officer without violence. Skeppel is scheduled back in court next month for an arraignment. Guys, back.
Well, it's Florida.
Okay.
You can have a gun,
All right.
Scott. It's America.
If you show the second video, Mark, it shows the body cam version where this newscast
Can I get a word in here?
left out showing the gun with the extended magazine that he had.
No, Scott, you're not allowed to say anything.
Let me get a word in here, okay? I mean, obviously, we know when cops, we're hard. We're sit there and we'll Monday morning quarterback when we have to. But in this case, the mom's sitting there going, I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, why the officer threatened to shoot him. And I love how this reporter leaves out the part right up to the last second. Oh yeah, by the way, he had a gun on him. Okay. The officer was there. They have a description. Obviously, they were probably given the clothes, the pants he's wearing, exactly what he looked like. And they said the guy had a gun. The officer gets there. He tries to stop him. And they go, oh yeah, he just continued to walk to his house. I don't know. That looked more like a brisk little run there towards the end, running to the house. That officer's got a lot going on in his head. He has no idea. Is that his house? Is there a victim in that house? It's like this whole thing could have been avoided if this guy just would have stopped. And then the mom's like saying, but I don't understand. You know, he's innocent. He didn't do anything. But he's got a gun in his pocket with a 31 round magazine. And I don't know. I don't walk around with that kind of firepower. And the bottom line, why did the officer threaten to shoot him? Because as far as he's concerned, this guy's armed, and he's telling him, don't reach for nothing, I'll shoot you. Yeah. And that's exactly what you do.
Yeah, and this one is where they're you know,
throw in my 2 cents. I you know, the officer I can't, I didn't see what he saw, but I would not go to a man with a gun call and see the suspect matching the description and pull my taser and not my sidearm. I don't understand that. I don't understand what's going on in somebody.
I know you brought that up earlier, and I told you I get that concern, but at that point, he does have a description of the guy. People can be inaccurate and say that somebody has a gun when in fact it could have been a cell phone. He doesn't have a gun in his hand, but the officer's still going to have something in his hand in case, you know, he does have to take some action. And that's probably why he had his taser. He didn't feel that it went to that level. But then his spidey senses came on when this guy decides not to go with the program, starts high stepping it to the house. He's like, holy crap, you know, where's he going? He has no idea. This whole thing could have been avoided. How could it have been avoided? Simple. Stop, address the officer, do the respectful thing. Like Mama says, he's a respectful boy. That I didn't see that. Okay. And again,
I would go a step further and say it could have been avoided. Don't be out brandishing a gun out in public.
Exactly. I mean, the officer still, I got a lot of questions. Like, why is he out there waving a gun around with a big old extended magazine? I saw the pictures on our website. You could see it. This was a freaking, the guy had a lot of fire. For what? What was he doing? Looking for your ice cream man, Mark? You know, if you didn't like the music.
And when it's all said and done, Florida's.
I like the ice cream music. He just set it up right in front of my studio right before we went live.
When it's all said and done, Florida being any fool can carry a gun state, they don't charge him. They give him the gun back. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm shaking my head.
But I think everything matches the description. So I think the officer in this case is justified. So what's going on with this, Steve? Do we know?
No. At this point, the officer obviously again is going to be subject to an administrative investigation to see if he acted appropriately.
I think he'd acted okay.
I like the fact that in Florida, he was in possession of cannabis. Ooh, we got a big arrest. Oh, but the gun with the 31 clip extended magazine, that's okay. But you had cannabis, you know. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Got their priorities mixed up.
Yeah, they really do. Like humidity would kill you, and the bugs.
I think the reporting was the way I'm sorry, I don't know this reporter, never seen her report before, but I think that her reporting was purely because she was trying to shit the stirb, is what she was doing. They should have led with the fact man was identified and he had a gun on him, and the officer was lucky he took appropriate action and nobody got shot. That's what happened.
And these are our personal opinions.
Yeah, but they're correct.
Yes. Based on many years of experience.
And again, for our viewers, if you want to see the unedited body cam video from the officer perspective, you can go to our website.
No, we got it right here, man. We got it right here, right?
Okay.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I've been ready for a long time. Let's go.
Go for it.
Let's do it. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
Go for it.
You sure? Okay, ready. Let's go.
What are we showing now?
You can fast forward. That's just the 911 caller reporting the suspicious person with the gun.
It's like 5 of them, and the boy that got the gun, he got on a white shirt with black jeans on. He's holding it and waving it around. Please hurry up.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
So that matches the description of what was just put out on the 911 call.
Yes.
Right. So imagine what's going through the officer's head. So all those of you who weren't police officers, imagine the officer gets that call, black jeans, matches description. Here he is. And so he has reason to believe this guy might have a gun. Right, guys? Am I right?
He's at the place the caller said he was at.
All right.
Get down on the ground. Stop. Put your hands up. Get down on the ground. Get down.
Nope. I'm going to keep walking up to the door.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Do it now. Stop. 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 Get down. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to shoot you. Get out of the fucking ground.
I think that stopped him.
Get down on the ground. I'm going to fucking shoot.
I think saying I'm going to shoot you stopped this guy from doing something dumber.
Exactly. That's what you do. You tell them, look,
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to do. I mean, you tell
And the
a lot of
officer
people.
And the officer did not shoot him. So, Mom, you're raising your kid to be a baby because you're babying him right now for not obeying the police officer. You know, you can take your racial stuff beside the bad times you have with the cops. I understand some of that. I understand that. But you got to act cool. You got to act cool here. You got to act cooler than the cop. Just, what do you want, man? Get down on my knees, whatever. I'll do it. That's what any defense attorney is going to tell you. Just comply.
Yeah.
And you'll be okay.
And again, you know, going through what – from a police officer's point of view, if I being a police officer, being in situations like that, your mind's like going a million miles a minute. Okay, does this guy belong here? Does he live here? Is that his house? Did he just have a disturbance with his girlfriend? He's all of a sudden he takes off running towards that house. If I let him go in that house, now I might have a hostage situation.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going through your mind when all of this could have been, officer, yeah, what do you need? Well, I got a call, somebody out here with a gun. Yes, I have a gun. It's in my pocket. I have a permit, whatever the heck it is.
And the cop would have said, oh, that's fine. And the guy goes, but I have weed. And the cop goes, oh, you're going to jail.
Yeah, that's almost like when a CHP gets a guy with tinted windows. Woo!
Those guys are assholes. and it's such a small man fine, too. It's like, what a small tactic. You don't want to be seen. I saw one yesterday, full tinted front window. I'd be nailing that guy because that's how you catch the bad guys by doing traffic stops like that. You know, you guys run and if you don't make car stops, you don't catch the bad guys. And that's
he's
how you
doubling
do it.
Down.
That's what real cops do.
Real
cops make the. And you know what? And the cops are the worst. There were so many cops I knew that never put license plates on their cars. These guys thought they were above the law. And it was embarrassing for their neighbors to see this and stuff, right? So let's just keep going with this conversation.
Fast forward a little bit, Mark. You'll be able to.
Here we go.
Roll on your stomach. I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Roll on your stomach.
I'm on my stomach, sir.
Keep your hands out, or I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Put your hands behind your back.
Pants down. Even the dogs.
Get hands, I got weasel. If you move, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. All right. He got zero in his pants.
What am I seeing here? What Scott? What is this guy wearing?
Some serious firepower.
He put on gloves and he reached down to his crotch. I don't know, man.
What is this?
I don't know
is
what
that like someone's underwear? What is this?
I think
like,
yeah. I thought that.
Boy, okay.
That's.
I
guess that's still a name thing.
Serious firepower.
It's deep down the pants too. Look at this. Look at this.
No.
Nothing. How about that? Woo!
Look at that
still image. There's your still image right there.
Yeah,
that's how.
You see how
that's
the
how that
how the
should
news,
be on the news.
The news.
But he's got weed. He's got weed.
The first news report failed to show that.
How could, yeah, they didn't. What the hell? What's that news station doing? What
yeah, how about
why didn't they show that?
Yeah.
Why do you think? Because she was trying. I'm telling you, she was shit disturbing. And I'm all about calling out bad police work. We have no problem. Go back and watch our videos. We'll do it. But you know what? That right there, when reporters do that, that is just we know. I know why they're doing it.
It's very misleading. It's very, very.
It was very misleading.
Very misleading, yeah. And it's not fair to the community.
No, it's not. All right, let's see who's got here. Go on.
All right.
So far.
Jeez, look at that.
And he's got his Little cannabis something over here. Yeah, infused. Oh yeah, I know that brand. All right, so it's okay. This one's also making the rounds. I watched Lance Pi comment on this one. I'm not so sure if he watched the other video we're going to watch here. Maybe just this is another situation. I haven't seen it. I just started watching some people watching it, but I purposely didn't watch it because I know we were going to talk about it. And I'm sorry, you guys don't see what I'm seeing. So this is over.
Tony's being quiet.
This is he said Tony. Yeah, this is a video going around the scene. Let's watch this.
This is Jacksonville, Florida.
Now, exit the vehicle.
Ooh.
A Florida sheriff is responding to a cell phone video that was widely shared on social media of a suspect apparently being struck in the face by a deputy who broke his car window during a traffic stop. The Jacksonville sheriff says the video of the February incident doesn't paint the whole picture, so he released body-worn camera video from officers at the scene.
What is your reason, sir? Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over.
The suspect, 22-year-old William McNeil Jr., disagreed with the deputy about the reason for being stopped. When asked for his license and registration, he refused and shut the car door. After a few minutes of trying to coax him out, deputies broke through his window to force him out.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle! Show me your hand. Here. I'm here. What's your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. Get over here. No. Get on the ground.
The deputy wrote in the arrest report that the suspect was reaching toward the floorboard, where investigators later found a large knife. The sheriff says he won't comment on the deputy's actions since the incident is still under investigation. The Florida State Attorney's Office has determined the deputy did not act criminally, but will now determine if his actions were within department policy. The sheriff says he believes the defendant released the video to inflame the public.
The truth is, William McNeil Jr. was non-compliant with JSO officers within 21 seconds after he was stopped for multiple civil infractions. His non-compliance quickly rose to the level of criminal resistance to a police officer. Force absolutely looks ugly. Because all force is ugly, whether or not the officer involved acted within outside JSO policy, that's still what we're investigating.
McNeil pleaded guilty to resisting an officer without violence and driving with a suspended license. The charges for driving without a seatbelt and driving without headlamps were dismissed.
What?
He was sentenced to 2 days in jail. McNeil is being represented by attorneys Ben Crump and Harry Daniels, who say the traffic stop was racially motivated. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara.
Hey, what's the slap technique, though? I'm unfamiliar with that slap technique. What's going on?
Well, I don't know, man. Maybe it's a distraction technique.
Actually, okay, all right. I've heard that before.
To be fair to the officer.
Okay, yeah, I know, we are fair. I'm just asking the question.
The attorney general and the district attorney and the sheriff's department supervisors all looked at the circumstances and said that it was justified what he did. So the camera does not always show everything.
Yeah, did they say about that? Is that a distraction? The slap like that? Let's watch the.
Well, go ahead.
We got the 6-minute video here, right? I think so.
Echo Charlie Whiskey.
Well, yeah, because the first one showed his cell phone. This one's a body cam.
So this is what the cops seen.
This is what the cops seen.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights. And it's not weather. It's not raining.
Oh, this is inclement?
It's not raining.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
I'm 35. I'm a driver. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle. No, step out of the vehicle.
I think he wanted to make a video.
Like Scott says, all this could have been avoided. Just go along with the program.
Not the night for the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Yep. 25 seconds. If anybody responding, come in from Commonwealth, block the vehicle, please. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting.
He did tell him why he pulled him over. He said inclement weather and didn't have your seatbelt on.
Yeah, he did tell him.
You didn't have your headlights on.
Yeah, you can fast forward where they smash the window out, Mark, if you want.
Okay.
See, and I get the fact of, you know, at that point, if I was that officer, I'd be wondering what has he got in that car?
Sure,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah,
And then there's no rain. It doesn't matter.
There's no rain.
It's not required to have headlights on.
I can see raindrops on the car.
Huh? Can you put that on? When you step out of the car, I will.
He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose that argument.
It's always raining in Florida.
Can you call your supervisor? All right, go for it.
See now,
Exit the vehicle now.
the way he's doing that, looking at the camera, that's all for the camera. That is all so he can post it later and get his Instagram deal, whatever he's going to get out of this. Right?
He's going to inflame the community, saying that it's all racially motivated.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right.
He told him what the reason was.
Over and over again.
So Mark, go ahead and pause that there and let's talk about this.
What's wrong with you?
Good.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that and go, God, all that because the guy was driving with, you know, with his headlights out and whatever other violations, you know, they're just misdemeanor. They're just, you know, big deal violations, right? The thing is that officer, once you open that package, once you start that, you have an obligation to finish it. You can't just, if that guy tells you to go screw yourself, I'm driving away. Yeah. We don't have that option. I mean, the rule is he's supposed to follow the rules of the road, and then he is obligated to go along with what that officer tells him to do. The thing is, if I was that officer, and I know you feel the same way, and so does Steve, my spidey senses would be going off like something's not right. Now it could be just as little as what you're saying. He was just trying to get a video for his Instagram feed, right? He just thought this was going to be a really cool video he could make. Yeah. But the truth of it is, I mean, the officer doesn't want to deal with that. He just wanted to pull him over, run him, make sure he's a valid, maybe write him a ticket.
He wasn't.
Maybe give him a warning.
He wasn't valid.
His license was suspended.
Oh, there you go.
I just seems to me like it was done. It was done with the intention that when it happens, I'm going to make a big deal out of it so I can get some airtime out of it, you know? So he pled out right away too. So I wonder if that would give him access to the video. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his plan was there, but it does seem contrived a little bit. That's just my opinion. And so.
My opinion too. I think the officers acted appropriately, and if I was that officer, I'd be so pissed that he put me in that position to have to go to that extreme when it wasn't necessary.
Right. And again, the state attorney, the district attorney, the sheriff's administrators, his supervisors, all investigated this incident and said the use of force was appropriate, and the camera does not show everything.
So do you guys know what a striker video is? A striker car?
A striker car?
Striker car. You don't know. Huh? So
are you going to teach us?
I'm going to teach you right now what a striker is. Tony, do you know what a striker is? Give Tony a second to respond. Tony seems to be in the know.
I like that. Don't turn an infraction into a misdemeanor and a misdemeanor into a felony. That's exactly what you don't do.
Yeah. Tony's typing away right now. So a striker is a stolen car that is for sale on the internet.
Oh.
So yeah, and so you can find striker groups, private groups, or even some public ones on Instagram and Facebook, and they'll show you cars like a 2002 Infinity that they just stole, and they'll offer it up for like, what was that worth? A couple $1,000, you know? And so no, but you know what I'm saying? So I have one here on my website. This is a Corvette that I was down in LA the other day. This Corvette's about retails for about $200,000. It's a 2019 ZR1. There's only 600 of these made in this color. About 2,000 made that year, maybe 2,500. And it was stolen. It was stolen these days using the Autel key making device. It was parked out front of his house for a couple of days, and some kids came by in the middle of the night, broke the window, got inside the car, hooked up their key maker to it, and then were able to steal the car. So that's pretty typical. I don't know what's going on, why my camera got hidden here and we lost Steve-O. But these are pretty common things going on these days.
So basically they put the car up for sale knowing that it's stolen, and people go to a certain website knowing that they can bid on a stolen car?
Yeah, or you just go meet up with the guy and you could pay him for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where Steve's at, so we're going to kick him off right now. And I don't know what's going on with my computer. We're just going to go full Scott right now because you're pretty, Scott. So yeah. So yeah, I had a video here of what happened. Steve, you may want to kick yourself out and try to log yourself back in because we lost you there, buddy.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. He's back. Okay, there, bud. Okay, cool. For some reason, I am on. Got my whole camera system's all jacked up here, so my camera feed is on top of itself here. I don't know why. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys a video of what's going on here, and let's see if I can pull it up. Maybe not. I got to go here.
A $200,000 Corvette that looks like that seems like that'd be a hard car to offload. I mean,
it's not. So you'll actually find Instagram accounts. They steal the car, then they're offering up that night. So they'll offload it for like $5,000 to $10,000, and it'll be used in street takeovers and sideshows.
Wow.
So I actually made this video today for the case.
Oh, no audio. No audio, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
No audio.
All right. Anyways, if you owned a Corvette ZR1 like this one, would you roll it around in the dirt? Because that's what's happening here. According to this photo, it sure looks like it. I think this is a striker photo. Guys saying new daily. This matches exactly the vehicle that just got stolen down in Southern California, Stevenson Ranch, back on July 9th. And this was posted later that night. I just picked up this case. This thing was stolen in the middle of the night. Someone smashed the window, probably used some sort of Autel key-making device. A witness said as it was driving down the street, the car cover blew off it. And there was a silver CRV seen also in the area. Apparently some local high school kids up in Stevenson Ranch area or Santa Clarita might be involved. But, you know, at this point, we're looking for the vehicle. According to Corvette Blogger, only 2,900 of these things were made in 2019, and only 600 or so actually exist in this color. All right, if you owned a Corvette ZR1 like this one, would you roll it around in the dirt? Because that's what's happening here. Yeah, so that's usually what's happening now. And, you know, I have more videos like this, shorts at my YouTube channel, Stolen 911. But right now, it's just going to be me and my YouTube channel because I have no reason why the camera's doing this. But yeah. So Scott, yeah, those vehicles, Infinities, just messing with you because I know you own Infinity. But if you go to these street takeovers these days, the Infinities are seen daily, nightly at these things being stolen and then just used in these street takeovers, and they're torn apart. These kids steal them just to use them in the takeovers. And what they'll do, like in this car here, the Corvette, if they don't sell it and revent it to somebody, what they'll do is they'll hide it in a parking garage where it's parked to other cars, and you don't even know. Maybe you live there and don't realize that it's stolen, but it's parked in your parking garage, and they'll hide it out there. They don't even live there. That's just to keep the car parked because no one's really going to check, and they just go over there and grab the car when they need it for the sideshows and stuff. It's gotten pretty crazy.
Yeah,
very crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I think all you can do nowadays is try to put a device on there, so you could if I had a $200,000 Corvette, I definitely would have a series of tracking devices on it.
Yeah, and the thing is now though, all the stock ones they know how to do, and then now they're using their jammers. When they show up, they use the cell phone jammers, and everything's talking to the internet via cell signals these days. So they're using jammers. It's almost gotten ridiculous of how accessible this technology is for these kids and stuff. So. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my screen has covered my camera here. I have no idea.
What about the? Let me ask you this question, since you're auto theft expert. What do you think about the kill switches to help prevent auto theft? The kill switch.
So that would be good in this case. You would have to really get a deep.
I don't know what it is. I just hear.
Yeah, you'd have to get some really good deep ones in there because these guys are using a key making a device actually now to hack these vehicles, which has gotten pretty common. It takes them about once they're inside the vehicle, they can usually get started within about 5 minutes.
Even with the kill switch, huh?
It depends on the kill switch. Yeah.
Depends on the kind of kill switch, because I actually looked into that, and you got to get something that's like independent of the actual wiring of the car that will kill it, because otherwise these guys, the technology with those new devices, they'll get past it.
Yeah, my nephew, his best friend had his car. He had a kill switch, and he still stole his car.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, not all kill switches are created equal.
That's true.
So, are we going to talk about this case?
Yeah, we are. This is a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I know that last I checked, close to 400,000 people were interested in it just on our Instagram page alone, and it's the comments that really kind of brought this whole thing. So basically, this 14-year-old boy, when he was young, he auditioned for a play, and a teacher at the time, she was in charge of it, and then I guess he got the part, but he got more than the part because she kept him around for a couple of years, and she was abusing him, and she even checked him.
This is all alleged.
This is all alleged in the articles. This is what she was arrested for, allegedly. So this kid comes forward to tell his story, and I guess the part that really, if you haven't had a chance, go to our Instagram page. Go read the comments. I can't even repeat those comments. And
I found it so disturbing, the comments. It was so sad.
I'm so disturbed. I mean, every time I think that humans in this world can't do something, can't become lower, you start reading that stuff, and I'm like, wow. I mean, talk about victim shaming this kid. The things that they say, I mean, that in itself is probably as bad as well, it's probably not as bad, but I mean, it definitely is got to, it was heartbreaking to read the stuff that people were saying. And a lot of people tried to shut those people down that were saying it, but I mean, they were saying all kinds of stuff. And I get it. They're like, oh, well, if this kid should just feel lucky, she was hot, and where was she when I was in school? And the kid, we
haven't watched the story yet. Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying, anyway, but
let's watch the story.
Go to our website and read the comments.
It's a stunning moment as a teen speaks out about the years of sexual abuse he says he suffered at the hands of a teacher.
Just because I'm a man doesn't mean that it should be shunned away. because I was a child. I wasn't a man. I was a boy.
Grant Strickland met the kindergarten teacher when he was 14 years old and auditioned for the lead male role in his community theater production of Legally Blonde the musical. Grant won the part. Teacher Nicole Callahan was the director.
I had to grow up very, very fast and get on a whole nother maturity level that I was never ready for and shouldn't have had to been.
Detectives say the teacher started grooming the 9th grader and pressured him into an inappropriate and unlawful relationship that went on for 2 years. She reportedly even signed him out of the school and personally drove him to rehearsals. Sometimes she drove him to a hotel. Other times they got together in a
Nicole Callahan.
The 33-year-old teacher wiped away tears during her first appearance in court in Anderson County, South Carolina.
You will have a no contact order with the victim or the victim's family. Do you understand the no contact order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Grant, who is now 18, says he decided to come forward to put a human face on what he experienced.
This happens, and it happens a lot, and it's not just to women, it's to men too, and it happens to young children, and it's got to stop. I would never want someone to go through what I went through because I don't really think that most people would be strong enough to survive it because I almost did it.
So there's another story of this, right? You got another version of this one?
I think it's just a newscast, Mark.
Accused of abusing a teenage boy who had a previous bond hearing last week in Anderson. And Clemson police say charges could be pending in their jurisdiction as well. Our Taylor Farmer has more from Greenville.
Nicole Callahan is facing more than 10 charges in Greenville County. A judge set bond for each charge during her hearing.
I'm going to set a surety bond on each of these in the amount of $10,000 as they did at Anderson, for a total of $120,000 surety.
Former Homeland Park primary teacher Nicole Callahan was arrested last week in Anderson County for the sexual abuse of a 14-year-old boy back in 2021. She's now facing similar charges in Greenville County, where the alleged victim attended school. According to the victim's mother, Callahan was a director at Project Challenge Playhouse, where her son first met Callahan while auditioning for a play. The victim's mother says she believed at the time Callahan was serving as a mentor.
On May 22nd, 2025, the Greenville Police Department received a report from investigators from the Anderson County Sheriff's Office regarding the sexual assault case, listing Nicole Blue Callahan as the suspect.
The detective handling the case says the alleged abuse lasted for 2 years. In Greenville, Callahan faces 8 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor and 4 counts of unlawfully placing a child at risk for allegedly providing the victim with alcohol. As she entered the courtroom Monday, Callahan smiled at people in attendance, including her family and fiance.
Ms. Callahan is 8 to 9 weeks pregnant.
Callahan's attorney asked the court to consider her presumed innocence and requested a surety bond be set. He argued she needs prenatal care and is not a danger to the community. The judge granted bond, but with several conditions. She will be placed under house arrest with GPS monitoring, have no contact with the victim, and must undergo both a mental and psychological evaluation to determine if she's competent to stand trial. The judge also established a red zone, prohibiting her from coming within a mile of the victim's residence in Anderson. Callahan's attorney thanked the judge as she turned and smiled at him before she was escorted out by police. The attorney for the alleged victim says at this time, no other victims have come forward. In Greenville, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
Wow.
There is no word at this point on when this case could go to trial.
Well,
A breaking news.
We've watched a lot of these cases, haven't we, over the years? And the thing that I was getting to, and I'm sorry, Mark, I thought that your video was frozen. That's why I kept talking. But if you read, like I said, if you go back and you read those comments on our site, and I want to flip this around, if that was a male teacher and a 14-year-old girl that stood up there, it would have been those comments. And I know for a fact this is not alleged because we have posted those stories, right, Steve? Those comments would have been way different, and the last thing they would have done was victim shame the little girl, the young lady. And I think it's people need to really step back and look in the mirror and think about what type of person they want to be, and maybe show a little bit of empathy for other people.
Yeah, I've given up on the commenters, on a lot of them. A lot of them are just doing it because that's what they get off on doing. So that's just typical. Any news story you go, I mean, the people we let comment on here, they're all cool and stuff like that. If someone got weird, we'd kick them off. But any news story you go on to now, on whether side of the issue, once you're going to see just people just trashing stuff, right? And this one is just, you got all the basement dwellers and guys that can't get girlfriends and stuff like that. They're angry about whatever, so they're going to comment on this. I don't know, makes them feel good or something, and that's just the way the world is right now.
Well, I wish that kid well. I hope that that doesn't affect. He's still young. He's 18. I hope it doesn't. It's going to affect him the rest of his life, especially now that he came out public. He's that's going to chase him around forever.
Well, hopefully he's going to get the therapy that he needs to get over this.
Okay. All right, this one I saw this on LinkedIn, but then you guys found the video of it, so it's pretty cool. And this is just crazy. I saw the footage, so I haven't seen the story yet. I'm excited to see it. We have a police impersonator, our favorite. I want us to find a police impersonator video every show because I just love them, these stories, and it's so audacious. What these people do. Is that the right word?
Now, an officer in handcuffs, or so it appears. In reality, him at police.
I thought it was like a local sheriff's deputy and a motorcycle when I first saw that.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
They say this is a convicted felon arrested for impersonating a motorcycle officer. KCAL's Joy Benedict tells us it's raising concerns over identifying real officers.
The uniform looks legit. The motorcycle says traffic, even has flashing lights. But police officers say he's not one of theirs. In fact, they say the man on this bike wasn't a member of law enforcement at all.
It's scary. It's very scary.
Drivers in Hemet are on alert as word spread quickly about a man arrested for impersonating an officer.
He had all the equipment, the motorcycle, and was just riding around town. Who knows what he was doing? Nothing good, obviously.
You do have to be real up close to tell that it wasn't really a cop.
The real cops pulled him over Monday afternoon after they say they saw the man riding around in a uniform, wearing a duty belt, and carrying what appeared to be a Glock-styled firearm. But after they got him off the bike, they say it was in fact 2 tasers, a baton, and a lot of badges that said traffic and sheriff with no department listed.
He's wearing a belt with an actual firearm and a taser. So, I mean, you would think, this guy's legit.
He could have been robbing. He could have been pulling people over unlawfully. And God only knows.
Investigators say the man is actually a convicted felon who was arrested for a slew of offenses, including impersonating an officer. But it brings up the question, what do you do if you have concern?
Wait, so he's got priors to doing this? Is that what they just heard?
No, he's a convicted felon with priors, which sounds like what he could have just got a legitimate job with ICE. They would have hired him.
Concerns about an officer's legitimacy.
They say if you are concerned about it, call dispatch and make sure they're an official law enforcement officer.
So experts say you should always try and pull over in a well-lit, highly populated and safe area. It's okay to ask for identification. And if there's ever any question that the person behind you may not be legitimate, then you should call 911, explain the situation, and a dispatcher should be able to verify the activity.
Check back.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, what's going to happen now. Everybody's going to not pull over, call 911, say I'm being pulled over. And, there are times when, I understand. And we have more than a lot more lately. We've been showing a lot of these people that are impersonating, you got those Jan 6 rejects that are dressed up as ICE agents. And then they find out that they're not legitimate and they're out there pulling people over, and some people have been robbed. They've had their there's tons of these stories. So it is a concern. And I guess it's the world we live in now. Something you got to.
Mark, I remember back in the 80s when I lateraled from the sheriff's office over to San Jose. I was working midnights, and one of the guys that lateraled over with me had tattoos on his arms, and there were very few officers. I mean, you could probably count them on one hand of officers that had visible tattoos, because we had regulations that you couldn't have visible tattoos. And we were working midnights, and he was trying to make contact with at this house, and the old lady at the house, she sees him, and he had parked his car down the street, like we always do tactically, don't park in front of the house, you park a couple houses down and you walk up. So he's knocking on the door, she's looking through the peephole, she sees him with these tattoos on his arms, and and she says, "Officer, where's your car? Or how do I know you're a real?" She was like so taken aback seeing an officer with tattoos on his arms that dispatch had to send me over to go verify that he was really a police officer.
Really, yeah. I remember when they first started letting tattooed guys in the highway patrol around 2007. A couple of new officers showed up fully sleeved, and the first day one of them showed up in the locker room down in Gilroy. And me and my partner, we were in there changing out, and there's this kid in there with fully sleeved, wife beater on. And we actually thought someone let their prisoner use the bathroom in the locker room. And it turns out he was a brand new officer checking in, Hey, when I was a cop, I impersonated as a tow truck driver. And that's what I did, right? So that was my deal. I was fascinated with tow trucks. Yeah. So, so that's the reverse of it there, so. That was back in the old Radif days there. Okay, so let's we've got one more, I think, right? Yeah, one more to do here. Convicted felon, that dude. Okay, we're here. We're gonna stop sharing. Oh, I fucked that up. Sorry. Oh, I screwed that up.
Man.
Did I swear? Did I swear? It's not as bad as saying the word you said earlier. But please. Okay, all right.
Banned from TikTok.
Yeah, there you go. Banned from TikTok. Woo, okay. So this is I don't know what this is. You got to tell me, Steve-O. Can you see it? Why is it not showing up? Okay, here we go.
I don't think it's anything.
Yeah. There you go. This one.
Audio, 911 audio and photos of the scene. Viewer discretion is advised. On May 9th, 2025, at approximately 6:30 a.m., Kern County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the 600 block of Water Street for a report of a male subject armed with a hammer, a machete, and a firearm. Upon arrival, deputies located.
But as in Florida, he's a good boy. He doesn't do nothing wrong. He says, "Yes, sir, no, ma'am." Right, Scott?
That's it.
So don't point your gun at this guy with the machete and the firearm.
The subject, later identified as Saudi Giovanni Diaz, age 42, armed with a firearm. An officer-involved shooting occurred. Deputies also encountered a female victim who reported she'd been shot by the suspect and was transported to the hospital for treatment of her injuries. The following is audio of the 911 call made by the victim.
911, what is the address of
right now? I need to believe that one people say how I
what is the address?
What is right now? Hurry up.
What is happening?
I don't know. People have a gun.
Who has a gun?
The man outside. He have the hammer and he's pushing my door. Hurry up.
Is he trying to get your door open to your apartment?
Yes.
Do you know this person?
Yes, his name is Giovanni. Please hurry up. Oh, come on, sister. You know nothing.
Ma'am, when you're crying, I can't understand what you're saying, okay? What is his name?
The person is Giovanni. Giovanni, I don't know.
Giovanni, you don't know his last name?
No, Giovanni is the brother to the church.
Has he shot
There's
the
an issue right there.
or is he just threatening you with it?
He put the gun.
Oh, they're putting the house out and everything on social media.
The door, but I don't open. Oh my God!
Man, they're coming to you as fast as I can. The deputies are on the way. I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay? Okay? I can hear him in the background.
Oh my God! He entered! Oh, no. Hermano, yo no le dije nada a la hermana. La hermana vino, pero yo ni siquiera le hablé nada, por favor. ¿Qué pasa? Yo no dije nada.
What's going on, Steve? What you saying?
And she's just pleading. She's just pleading with him. What are you doing? I didn't do anything.
What does she mean by brother?
From the church. Apparently, they know each other from their church, whatever church they go to.
Okay.
Hermano, yo no le hice nada. Yo no le he hecho nada a usted, brother. ¿Es en serio? ¿Qué le pasa? Yo no la hermana. Brother. Oh my God, brother. Yo no le hice nada.
What happened?
Did he shoot her?
I think he did. Yes, I think he did.
The following is audio of radio traffic and body-worn camera footage of a deputy on scene. Please note the body-worn camera footage does not capture everything the deputy sees, and the deputy doesn't see everything the body camera.
Okay, so you guys got.
Where's he at? Hey, get down! Get down! One at gunpoint. Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
What did he have that he was selling the drop?
He had a gun and a hammer and a machete.
Oh, he shot back.
Yes,
He
did
shot
shoot
back at the deputies.
He shot at the officers. Yes, at the deputies.
Oh well, I didn't see that coming. I thought he was down.
Yeah, he shot up. He looks like
There he is. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see his hand get hit there.
Yeah. The office, one of the deputies was hit.
255 Adam 999.
I think that 998 is their version of 1199.
Yeah, I think he took him out right there. I saw him drop after that second shot.
Hey, I'm hit, bro.
And he's hit too.
Yeah, my finger. Okay? Yeah, I can shoot.
It's about 30 yards, right, Steve? Sean, this guy?
Yeah, they did some fancy shooting there.
About 999. Copy 999.
At a deputy. After being struck, Diaz still raised his firearm and shot at a deputy.
Wow.
Just goes to show when they're down, they're still
This
dangerous.
is the deputy's view moments before he
Look at
was
that.
struck in the hand.
Hey, I'm hit.
Wow, thank God he only got hit in the hand.
You can see that bullet just bounced.
Diaz was still in possession of the firearm and posed a deadly threat to deputies.
Yeah, at this point, there's no problem taking him out. If he's still holding the firearm, he's already fired at him. You know, I don't see any issues at all.
My question is, what happened to the girl that was screaming? The lady, did he
Well, I think
shoot her?
She ran off. Oh, yeah, we don't know about yet, but that was her running off when they first arrived. Remember when she ran out of the house past the deputies?
Okay.
Sadi Giovanni Diaz, age 42, was taken to the hospital for treatment of his injuries. Diaz was arrested and charged with attempted
wow, he
murder,
lived.
burglary, kidnapping with a firearm, assault on a peace officer, and carrying a loaded firearm without registration. Here is a closer look at the gun that was in Diaz's possession.
Mark, can you go back just to show the brick stone wall that the deputies were behind?
Sure.
And just pause it there for a minute. Okay, just pause it there for a minute. I want to say that in my book, I'm not criticizing the deputies. They are heroes in my book as far as I'm concerned. But for all the men and women out there in uniform, conceal and cover. Always try to remember conceal and cover when confronted with somebody with a gun. That's that puts so many odds in your favor. Conceal and cover, if at all possible. That's your best defense in accurate return fire.
Yeah, and the deputy obviously got a good shot there. That second shot actually took the guy out. I'm surprised the guy lived. I thought they killed him.
Go to the range, accurate return fire, and always remember, if at all possible, conceal and cover.
Wow. So listen, you can find all these stories at fugitive.com, and remember, everybody is friggin' guilty.
No, Mark, we want to remind all of our viewers that any of our platforms, any of the fugitives or cases you see on any of our platforms are to be considered innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. Do not make any attempt to arrest, apprehend, or detain them. If you recognize anybody, you can send us a tip at tips@fugitive.com. Email tips, TIPS, @fugitive.com.
And guys, check out my YouTube channel.
Hit the subscribe and the like button, please. We want to get as many get these videos out to as many people as possible.
So check out my YouTube channel. It's Stolen 911. The link's in the description. So I'm going to start streaming 6 p.m. The nights I do stream will be 6 p.m. Just going through some of those cases, just so I can get them documented on the internet. Not that I'm expecting a big audience, but I will be talking about people's cases on there, and then we can embed them into the videos. So 6 p.m. if I do it. So make sure you subscribe at Stolen 911. I hope to do it at least 3 times a week. Again, you can find Scott and Steve at fugitive.com. Scott is also running the Instagram account at Fugitive Watch, and Steve runs the Facebook at Fugitive Watch. And that's it. I think we're good. That was kind of a late night. We normally don't do Wednesdays. Scott, are we going to go back to Tuesdays at 7?
Yeah, we are. Hey, Steve,
we have
what
to
happened?
keep a schedule. We have to keep a schedule. I know there's a lot going on. It's summertime, but we want to. Tony's all screwed up right now. He wasn't expecting us tonight. He had his other streaming shows he was going to watch tonight, and then he got sucked into watching Fugitive Watch because we pulled a fast one on him.
Steve, you had me make that YouTube video, and then you didn't even coordinate with Mark to get it up, so we still can't use it.
There's a couple of videos that Mark didn't cover, so we'll have to cover them next time.
I had all the links that you sent me, guys. All the links that you sent me tonight. So it's just
we didn't cover the Jan 6 guy that got pardoned by the president, and then
we stopped covering that stuff.
And then he was convicted of conspiring to start a civil war.
That's every week. I figured people getting bored of that. I don't actually. Yeah,
you're normalizing. You're normalizing.
You cannot normalize this behavior.
I'm not normalizing anything.
You cannot normalize
anything. I'm just saying this is yeah, I know. I think people, what do you like? We asked this last week. Do you like us watching that video? It was a sad video, but it was enjoyable to watch that and look at it from the experience of Scott and Steve and see what's going on there. And so I think that can add a lot of value to it. We could talk hypocrisy all day long. And that's the sad thing right now. Tony, so my nights are going to be maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, I don't know, Fridays, Saturdays. If you just subscribe, you'll get the notifications. If I do it, it'll be 6 p.m. at Stolen 911. And then we're going to stick Scott with Tuesday nights at 7 or what?
Yeah, I should be able to continue doing Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights at 7. Okay. And we'll do more. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate you, man. We really do. And to everyone else, we know we kind of threw it for a loop. We have a lot going on in our lives. And, Scott, is it okay we mention your dad?
Sure.
Scott's father passed away, 93 years old, right?
Yeah.
He passed away last week. And Steve was over there last night. They're at his place in San Jose, and they're cleaning everything out. And a lot happened the last couple of weeks. It's been really kind of Scott.
Yeah.
Got some fascinating stories of his dad in the last couple of years. And
my dad was a riot.
Yeah. And I go out to dinner with Scott, and we sit there, and he just has Carmen and I fascinated. He tells these stories about hanging out with his dad and stuff like that. And it should be at its own YouTube shorts, basically all these little stories.
No,
maybe you can find the time.
People always think because he was 93, oh, well, he lived alone. They don't realize. I mean, he lived alone with his dog. He was up until all of a sudden something just went wrong. I don't want to get into it. We don't know what. And I'm now the proud.
I know.
I have a little brother now. My little brother has come to live with me. So
and he's going to be your little brother for about another 15 years. He doesn't a cute little dog. He's very cute. Is he with you right now?
I had to put him in the other room because we were trying to do the show. He won't leave me alone. I had to. He won't. He's like
all over me.
Poor guy. He's probably wondering where your dad's at.
Yeah. Well, we spent about 7-8 hours at my dad's house the other day, and he was just running around every room looking for him, and it's like,
so sad.
All right.
But
all right, guys.
It is. But thanks. All
Thanks
right, guys.
again. We'll see you guys next week, Tuesdays at 7. If something changes, they'll update you on the channel. And then Stolen 911, 6 p.m. the nights I do it. I'll put it out a few hours before so you get notifications. Bye, everyone. Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Carmen.